It looks like the developers behind Firewall Ultra have taken a step back and had a glance at the virtual reality landscape, the virtual reality first-person shooter landscape, and are actively making some changes to the game, which is probably the biggest news to come out of Firewall Ultra since the announcement. So a little bit of background. I've been working on a video for Firewall Ultra talking about my concerns about the game, a lot of the decisions that the developers have made for it, and basically how I felt like Firewall Ultra is looking to be the least interactive virtual reality shooter on the planet. Pretty much every single action was going to be performed either via navigating menus or via button presses. And to me, that is just unacceptable in today's virtual reality landscape. However, as I was posting that video to YouTube, I was navigating some of my subscription lists and I saw a video crop up by Gamertag VR, which I'm going to have pinned in the comments in the description for you to look at your own leisure. And in that video, he is talking about how he got a comment on one of his podcast videos from the CEO of First Contact Interactive, talking about a new mode that they're going to be introducing into Firewall Ultra. Now that mode is called Ultra Mode. It's basically a hardcore mode, and in that mode they are removing a lot of the assists that they are going to be providing you in the standard base version of the game and giving you a much more kind of pared down experience with a lot more interactivity. And what's the most important part of that interactivity? Manual reloads, baby. So yeah, they're actually going to give us manual reloads. So anyone you know that might make a pass on Firewall Ultra because they don't know this, show them this video, show them Gamertag's video, because I want to make sure that as many people know about this news as they can prior to the game's launch. Now, the comment talks about manual reloads and the aim assist that they have. And if you don't know about the aim assist, it's basically where if you close one of your eyes, the gun centers to the eye that's still open and provides you with a stability boost in the gun's stability, basically. So the recoil is minimized a little bit. And it's actually a pretty cool feature, I'm not going to lie, but it does feel a bit superfluous. But the comment didn't cover two other particular things that I have a concern with, and I don't know if it's a particularly widespread concern, but I know it's a concern for me. And it comes down to basically weapon switching and grenade throwing. Basically, in order for you to switch a weapon, you have to open up a radial menu and then navigate it with your eyes and select the weapon. You know, it seems a bit complicated for no reason other than just trying to shoehorn in some eye tracking functionality into the game. And it's the same for grenade throwing. You basically open up the same menu, select a grenade, and then an arc appears from the grenade, which then I assume you have to just press a button and it will throw the grenades, which, to be fair, once again, I feel is a bit pointless, as I much prefer just throwing it with my hand, taking it off my chest, unpinning it, throwing it. It's those small little pieces of interactivity that make VR first-person shooters so much better, in my opinion, than traditional flat-screen shooters. So I don't know if the hardcore mode or the ultra mode is going to kind of tackle those particular issues or not. If it doesn't, the manual reloads might be enough for some people, but if it doesn't, it could be something that comes in the future as they work on the game and patch it and introduce new features into the title. There are elements that the developers are introducing into the game which I think are genuinely groundbreaking when it comes to just immersion. One of the things that they've done is, if you've got your controller in your hand, I'm going to pull out my Rift controller here. If you've got your controller in your hand, and you've got your finger away from the trigger, your finger will be in the trigger discipline position. I don't know what it's actually called. And then when you actually make contact with the controller, your finger will move from here to the actual trigger for you to then shoot. It's actually pretty cool. And another feature that they're introducing, which does make really good use of the eye tracking, is if you close your eyes when a flash grenade goes off, you won't be blinded by it, which is absolutely awesome. I love that. I don't know if they're going to give you the ringing in the ear. You know, every single game that we have, when you get flashed, you know, your screen goes white and your ears ring. I wonder if that's still going to exist. I hope it does, because then it doesn't make flashbangs totally useless. But it's a really cool little feature that I thought I'd definitely make a note of in this video. Please tell me what you would like to see in Firewall Ultra. And yeah, if you made it this far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, until next time, ciao. And a big thank you to my Patreon, Donzilla. Thank you for supporting the content in the way that you do. I love seeing you in the comments for every live stream. So I really appreciate you, man. Cheers, bro.